that should be just the bare minimum. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with the concept that we're out here and we don't know what we're doing. And then when you say to them, well, I went to 60 hours with a class, well, you're dealing with a house that's worth what it is and you've only had 60 hours of training, I'm sorry, that's not enough.
Right.
And so somewhere along the line, somebody has to step up and have enough training and enough, what do you call it, enough accountability
Yeah.
that you have to do that, or else you're not really in the game. You're not really this person that the perception is, the public has of you know when you say, yes, I'll represent you, that you know what you're doing. And otherwise, it's just not gonna happen. There's too many failures in there. And we get them, I'm sorry, we get them down South Valley a lot. We get people who come in with a piece of paper and it's like, my agent sent me down here, they didn't want to come down, and so they just want me to go find the property. And, or they don't want to work with me, or they don't want to, I mean, we do get that a lot, and they just like, or they don't want to work with me, you know, and it's like, we're always sort of like, without naming names, like, who are these people? You know, and that's the perception that a percentage of the public has, and it's sad. So,
Right.
I think you know, need to assume that some people want to be educated. Those are the kind of clients that I prefer to have anyway. You know, I did a home buyer class at First American Title, only did it with Facebook ads, and I had 22 people show up. That tells you that people want education. Not everybody,
yeah.
but some people realize that they need to be educated about a big purchase, you know?
So one of the agents that we've been in the focus groups with recommended that every new agent take a first-time home buyers course, which really gives you.
I didn't, I don't think that's a bad idea. You're
And-
looking at it and there's fun.
And everybody in the room was like, wow, who told you that? And he said, well, somebody had recommended it, a mentor, and he went to the class and he said that it was exceptional. It gave him the vision from the other side, because we're always thinking, you know, of our side. So that gives you the other
That's
side.
a great idea,
Yeah.
it'll give you a lot of empathy and support.
I think a lot of this comes down to local, don't you? And I think we do some great things here in the Bitterroot Valley, but I would like, and I understand, you know, I enjoy some of the national speakers and all that, but I really would like more of a working group. I don't know what that looks like, but I mean, if you took a certain topic or something that was important, that we see it on and over in a transaction, and you gave people the opportunity to do an, I don't know, an hour and a half here or where we're at, it doesn't really matter, but I mean, you might get, I don't know, I think we should try that and see who shows up for those. Those are gonna be people that wanna up their game, or the people that wanna do again, I'm just throwing out bulletproof your transaction, you can use whatever you want, but, that way you get some people that might not feel their broker is providing that, or they're not confident enough to ask those questions, or they don't know, or blah, 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 but I don't know, what do you think?
If you want to bulletproof your transaction, make agency restricted to one side only.
Oh, amen. I mean, I come from no dual agency in
No
Virginia,
dual agency,
hardly.
no dual agency.
And we all come from.
And
No,
you
well,
know,
it works pretty well.
It depends, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
other
right.
people again.
Really?
It's a preference.
Yes.
You agree? Oh, good.
No, I don't agree with you.
Oh,
I'm saying we all.
Oh, yeah, our brokers in Virginia are like, no dual agency.
no, I don't dual agency a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you too.
And, you know,
It depends on the person and
we're
the.
just different in that.
Yeah.
You know, some
Yeah.
people think, dear God, forgive me if I try to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And I won't. I
Right.
will not, ever,
Yep.
ever. And
Yeah.
it
Well, you're
isn't because I don't think I could, it's just that I don't want the potential liability of the person's perception after they make their choice that I somehow led them into this transaction that they didn't want. I just don't want that.
How can you do that when you tell them right up front that you're neutral and you can't?
And you explain that, I mean, you know, I think people would be very upset if they didn't know what was going on.
Well, they have to sign off, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to sign off if you're gonna do it or not, right? So you need to have that conversation.
understand.
But you're right, everybody makes.
But everybody
that's what's
does
great
their
about our
risk
business,
different.
Because everybody makes their risk reduction and decisions differently.
Yes.
But back to yours, you know, we had a couple of workforce housing seminars where we actually set up panels where you have people discussing, not giving away who, what, where, what, but interesting things that have happened. Or we've always said we should have a competition at Christmas, what's the craziest deal you've ever had?
Yeah.
There's so much information out there.
There's some
But maybe
eggnog.
you would do that, have some
Panels or something.
panels on
things.
water rights or on septics or something, because true life experiences are
Have
straight.
you ever sold a house and told them they had it connected to the sewer, and then there was a sewer main right there, and there was the house right here, and there was no connection between the two?
Yeah, the lady I had had been paying her sewer bill for 30 years.
Oh,
Oh my God,
In
yeah,
North
I mean,
Carolina,
this
You
is,
sold one that didn't have a septic tank, remember?
it's a
We were working on it.
wild west out
When
here.
they went to the septic tank, there was no septic.
Oh, Lordy.
I don't remember that. How could I forget that?
I don't know,
Maybe I'm just trying to forget that.
I decided from that day forward, we have the septic pump.
in North Carolina, I don't know if they still do it, but we went to you, they gave you purple tablets, and you flushed them down the
Yeah.
toilet, and you ran out and checked the manhole
Yeah,
to make sure it was actually connected
yeah.
to that house.
Get to that particular house, yeah.
Well, thank you, guys. I am going to finish up my,
Are you spending the night here?
no.
You have to go on?
I'm driving back to Helena.
Oh,
Judy's
Lord.
driving back to Helena.
It's a
Yeah.
beautiful day to do it, though.
It is, but I appreciate all your feedback. Jenny's gonna give away $100, and so you guys get to.
Now let him draw.
Yeah, you want to draw? Pick a good one.
All right,
No pressure, Clayton.
You're my man.
We all want to be your best friend.
all right. 175,736.
Oh.